Hello everyone, this is Kill Me Horde. Welcome back to Alan Wake 2. There's a word of power that I'm looking for down here.
Wake.
Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible.
Fucking Christ. Oh man. I gotta go all the way up here to the butt end of this place to be able to switch it to something else.
Wake.
I'll just take it off because... Shut up.
Wake. You're stuck. I arrived.
He stayed on there a little longer than I would have liked him to.
I've ridden through. Wake.
I knew you were real, you bitch.
I know the words, the secret words.
Down some more pills, pull out the gun, reload it. Fortunately, I gotta walk all the way over here again to be able to deal with things, so. Walk over here, go to the end of the line, gotta put on the summoning ritual again to be able to leave. Shut up. Guess I don't really need the light on right now. I can take this. Okay, now I'm in this room. Is there a thing in here? There's an echo down there. I gotta line up the dark and the light.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked whispers around the earth, underground society, mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
The fuck do you mean typical New York?
Alan, wake.
Okay, we'll let him go wherever he's going, and I'll sneak in there.
Alan, wake. It never was your story. Shit!
I don't have the ammo for this, so I'm just going. There's some light up here, so
On these words.
hey, fuck you. Saw that dude swing at me, he fucking missed. Okay, where's fix? I've got a lot of things I got sitting in here. Okay. Well, I am safe in our save room. Just happens to be a bathroom, but it's not a bad place. Alright, let me check the map. Okay, so there's a locked door pretty much straight ahead if I wanted to get out there and check out something. Is he like right there? Oh, there's a secret stash. Not so secret. Popping pillies. Wait a second. Because if that's supposed to be the way into Shrine Street. Oh wait, no, that brings me back up here. Oh, I need to go to the collapsed tunnel. My bad. I'm going to the collapsed tunnel because that's where the trail went off from Casey, so I have to go there and find out what happened. Let me put this again. Let me get in here. Okay, so the collapsed tunnel. Let's try putting torchbearers on.
The torchbearers painted the tree there. The tree of knowledge. The tree of life with its roots reaching down to hell. It could have been a Christmas
The
tree
drifters
for all
had
the
scrawled
good
their
it did.
symbol on the wall. A secret for those in the know.
It's a nice tree, though. I'm glad I got to witness that. Okay, let's switch it to murder cult, I guess.
I was making my way deeper into the story. I could imagine this murder cult performing their macabre acts beyond the collapsed tunnel. The cultists laid the Casey novel onto the altar with reverence. Their twisted Bible.
Okay, and now summoning ritual. And bro, run faster. Let me out! Get in there, get in there, get in there. Fucking Christ.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Here. But it was here. Alan, you fucking idiot. Wait, why did I have to go that way? Why did I have to go through the fucking train? Well, it's behind me now, so let's get the fuck out of here.
The dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now.
Stormclad.
It was always out there. Hunting me.
Well, that just put a nice a nice little complication in my exploring adventures. Considering I'm sure it's going to show up a lot more now. Where is this, and why does this not look friendly to me? It almost looks like the foundation.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home.
Saga.
An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. Help me get you.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Not Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home.
Closer than
woman in the
any
vision help me
ever
somehow?
before. Closer than
Something
ever
had changed.
before, Alan.
Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I had lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
I don't want to go there. End of part. Music time.
Some say that it was forever this road. this winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever.
I'm just... Ah! His Shminas. The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last, with the terror of the light and the shadow cast. Third eye now open.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem?
A third
Me?
eye now open to project
No.
the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Dude, door? Scratch?
Hanging in the air. Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it. Hanging in the air. A meaning. The violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath.
Yeah.
Dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see. And yet, making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level. Overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
You almost done? We'll make it out of here. Wait a minute. God, that's so confusing. Oh, this non-Euclidean nonsense. So I went from this broken tunnel, or this broken tunnel, the murder site, which takes me over to this door over here. Does that fucking make sense for some reason? Alright, it looks like I got everything I need to get in there. If I go out to the other map...
The station had changed. I was closer now.
I'm a writer. I write. Writing is the key. Art is the key to find my way out of the dark place. I can't forget this. Don't you fucking forget this. I'm in the dark place. I'm outside time and space. Outside reality. But this is real. A nightmare dimension. An ocean of darkness. Remember, its dark energy can make art come true. Make dreams and nightmares come true. Yes, I can use this. I need to use this. Hungry, monstrous things. Out there, plotting to stop me. They devour me. Become me. Oh no.
I'm gonna take this with me. Wait a second. I never took those pills? Okay.
Parliament Tower. Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Hold on, the
The
phone's
payphone at
ringing.
the
I
edge of
gotta
the plaza
answer
was
it.
ringing again.
I better answer it again. Hello?
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did.
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm pausing. I don't think that's really Alan in the real world with Saga and Alex Casey. I don't think that's really Alan. I think that's probably Scratch. Honestly. That's not a good thing.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
What if I wanted to go in this one? I don't turn your fucking flashlight off, you numpty. The flashing lights scared me more than the actual
Alice's
jump
photo
scare
equipment.
moment.
Set to go off when the door opens.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books.
The swirl.
This symbol wasn't here before.
I know what to do. I need a rule of 3, some bullshit somewhere.
Alice's video camera.
Okay,
No
well,
memory card inside.
video art dock on the screens, multifocal leads to focal point of the dark place. What? Part 1.
Part 1. What was Alice working on?
Well, we'll find out what she was working on, and it's probably not going to be a fun time for me. Let's go.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly.
Well, she was missing for 2 weeks.
Easy for people to think it was my fault.
But they were, yeah, she was missing for a couple weeks because of how long it took Wake to get through that first nightmare of his.
About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
I don't like her lamp flickering in the background like that.
Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster.
Alan, but not Alan. It was Scratch.
He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art.
I feel like that's
My
not
nightmares
the
caught
good
on
idea. It's probably not the best idea, you know?
And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Well, let's focus. Why was Scratch being horrible?
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Return by Scratch. This is how Scratch got out.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time.
This is, no, seriously, this is why I think that the Alan that's out there with Saga and Alex Casey are... I think that's 100% Scratch, and that's not Alan at all.
That I lose you on every time.
Alan's still trapped.
Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see that.
Alan's still trapped. That's the same song we've heard for like the past 3 parts. So is it Alan that's trapped? Or is Scratch out? So we all know Scratch can put on a nasty... He can put on a nasty cover for himself. Very accurate to the original Alan. Scratches out.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been
What is
trapped
so
in a nightmare
fuzzy?
dimension called the Dark Place. It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen.
If he has it, he turns off the
If
light.
I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Half-forgotten dream of a place you can barely remember. And they drink at the exact same time again. Synchronicity.
Mr. Wake.
So weird.
Alan. We've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours.
And it's only like
What I
a few
wanna
times
know
that
is,
they've drank
why
something.
am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the Dark Place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
We are all in danger, and I don't know if I like what's happening here.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
I think, personally, he's considering
said the cult has the clicker.
He's considering the fact that he doesn't remember things, and the only cult he has heard of in there is
the next chapter.
the cult of the word,
The next
not
chapter.
the cult of
Keep the
tree.
pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington.
I don't know where you
He's
got that from
hunting
that, but okay.
Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
You know what? I think it's a combination. Alan Wake interview. Definitely not this case. Okay, what am I missing? What am I missing? Whoops. Ah, it still has clues. Is this actually?
Wake just gave us a lot.
No,
of
this is a whole
information.
case. This isn't even a
But
clue.
this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
This stuff's so fucking confusing sometimes. Where is the clicker? I have an idea. Well, Wake says it's in the possession of the cult of the tree. Do I believe it? Sure.
Sure.
The story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this
Is it
book
written
are
by
coming
Alan
true.
Wake or by Scratch?
Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Written by Alan Wake, edited by Scratch. Holy schmoly. Dark place can be accessed from the bottom of Cauldron Lake. I have a lot of things here. Fiction coming into contact with the dark place has the power to change reality. There's an entity in the dark place called the Dark Presence. Unlocks the rest of that. Let's start that. Flashlight seems to weaken the Taken. So, light weakens them. Dark Presence and Scratch are the same. In the form of Scratch, the Dark Presence is editing his story. How do you stop the story? You have to have the clicker. And if we don't stop the story, you'll permanently change reality at the start of Deerfest. Wake was trapped in the dark place for 13 years. The dark place
The
has
dark
a
place.
merger
A dimension
the
that's
overlap.
home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
that should unlock some other stuff. She entered the Cauldron Lake overlap by reciting the poem at the overlap. Seems I am missing some evidence to put together at this case. There you go. We'll switch it over to the story before I back out of it, and let's get a weapon upgrade. Just checking. Everything was too expensive. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them.
Alright, 1 second, Wake. Because I am all out of time for this episode today, everybody. And I shall see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.